Geez, no sooner do I start to record, I need to go turn off my radio. Because nobody wants to listen to this. There we go. 1958 season. Well, what happened in 1958? Let's find out. January 21st, Philadelphia Phillies ended up holding exclusive National League television deal and TV rights in New York City. Fans in New York City got to see 77 of the Philadelphia games. After the Giants and the Dodgers left, they still had the Yankees, but they're still deprived of the National League. So, January 28th, Roy Campanella suffers a broken neck in a car accident. His spinal column is nearly severed and his legs are permanently paralyzed, which means he no longer can play baseball, so he never ended up playing for the Dodgers in L.A. Of course, after the 1956 season, Jackie Robinson had retired. He never made the trip west either, so... Anyways, February 4th, nobody gets elected into the Hall of Fame. Nobody. First time since 1950. April 15th, the first Pacific Coast game has San Francisco beat LA 8-0. Ruben Gomez gets the win. Darrell Spencer hits the first home run on the Pacific Coast. And 23,192 people at Seal Stadium in San Francisco see the game. April 25th, 60,635 people at the LA Coliseum see the Dodgers beat St. Louis 5-3. It was a record attendance for a baseball game at that stadium. May 13th, Stan Musial hits career hit number 3,000. He got to 3,000. Still has one of the most beautiful stats. 3,630 hits. 1,815 at home. 1,815 on the road. He just hit wherever he was. May 31st. Hank Aaron, Eddie Matthews, and Wes Covington hit back-to-back home runs on consecutive pitches as Milwaukee beat Pittsburgh 8-3. Rare to have a back-to-back home runs on 3 consecutive pitches. June 30th, Detroit signs Mickey Lolich. July 8th at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, the American League beats the National League 4-3, in which there was no extra base hits, a first for the All-Star game. August 7th, Pittsburgh signs Willie Stargell. You might hear his name come up in the 70s. He ends up playing, I think, 18-20 years. Anyways, September 13th, Milwaukee's Warren Spahn is the first lefty to win 20 games 9 times. So Milwaukee beat St. Louis 8-2. November 28th, Boston signs Carl Yastrzemski. And Yaz, as he's nicknamed, makes his debut in 1961. And season stats has, in the American League, Ted Williams of Boston hit .328, leading the American League. Mickey Mantle hits 42 home runs for the Yankees, leading the American League. And Jackie Jensen of Boston, 122 RBIs, leading the American League. Pitching, Bob Turley of the Yankees, 21 wins, leads the American League. Whitey Ford of the Yankees, 2.01 ERA, leads the majors. An early win of Chicago, the White Sox, 179 strikeouts, leads the American League. National League, Richie Ashburn of Philadelphia, 350 average, leads the majors. Ernie Banks of the Cubs hits 47 home runs, which led the majors, and had 129 RBIs, which also led the majors. Pitching, wins. Bob Friend of Pittsburgh and Warren Spahn of Milwaukee, 22 wins each, tied for the lead in the majors. Stu Miller of San Francisco, .47 ERA, led the National League. And Sam Jones of St. Louis, 225 strikeouts to lead the majors. Standings. Yankee, New York, 92 wins, 62 losses, leads the American League. Their millionth pennant. It's way too many. White Sox, 82 and 72, 10 back. Boston goes 79 and 75, 13 back. Cleveland goes 77 and 76, 14 and a half back. Detroit goes 77 and 77, mouthful, 15 back. Baltimore goes 74 and 79, 17 and a half back. Kansas City goes 73 and 81, 19 back. And Washington goes 61 and 93, 31 back. National League, Milwaukee, identical record as the Yankees, 92 and 62. Also finishing first in the National League. So we got another Braves versus Yankees matchup. Pittsburgh, second, 84 wins and 70 losses, 8 back. San Francisco goes 80 and 74, 12 back. Cincinnati goes 76 and 78, 16 back. Chicago goes 72 and 82, 20 back, as does St. Louis, also 72 wins and 82 losses, 20 back. Los Angeles, 71 and 83, 21 back. And the Phillies go 69 and 85, 23 back. And the World Series, Game 1, the Yankees home games are at Yankee Stadium, and Milwaukee's home games are at County Stadium. And so Game 1 on October 1st in Milwaukee. Milwaukee wins 4-3 in 10 innings. Game 2 on October 2nd in Milwaukee. Milwaukee wins 13-5. Game 3 on October 4th in New York. Yankees win 4-0. Game 4 on October 5th in New York. Milwaukee wins 3-0. They're up 3-1. So do they wrap it up here? Game 5 October 6th in New York. New York 7, Milwaukee nothing. So now we got 3-2. Can Milwaukee win it at home? Game 6 on October 8th in Milwaukee. Yankees 4, Braves 3 in 10 innings. 3 games apiece. Game 7 October 9th in Milwaukee. The Yankees win 6-2, winning their 18th World Series, and winning the 1950 World Series 4-3. Thus being the second team to come back from 3-1 down to win this World Series. Actually, technically third if you count the 1903 series. But in the best of 7 series, there's 1925 Pittsburgh Pirates was the first team to come back from 3-1 down to win the 7-game series. Although Boston won the best of 9, 5-3 after being a bit of a difference. But anyways, tomorrow, 1959. So who makes it to the World Series tomorrow? Well, you just have to stick around and wait and find out. So stay tuned.